Okay, I did happen to have last week, and that was up in Arbor Karen. And originally, I was going to do Konosuba. So now we're going to do Konosuba. Ooh, huh. I, hmm. I'm I'm gonna do Kingdom Hearts. I'm gonna do Kingdom Hearts. Looks like you got another week, Konosuba, and I'm pretty sure I just pissed some people off who watched this with me baiting and teasing, but you already gotta hate the video anyway. I know what you're thinking, and no, I'm not gonna do it. Just no, it's not happening. We're not doing this. I'm not gonna go the cliched route of starting the video off like, oh, I grew up with Disney. Disney was my childhood, which it basically was, along with Nintendo and Sega and every other gaming console company and whatnot, and few anime cartoons and then talk about like how this cross of how much Final Fantasy was my childhood because it wasn't my childhood like at all. So yeah, it's you when I first saw this, like the only thing I knew about Kingdom Hearts was the trailer, the like the commercial that kept playing, and like a little thing in like PlayStation Magazine. So yeah, I just knew who I did. I had no idea who the hell Sora was, and would I care? But that's another video for another time. Basically, a gaming retrospective on my gaming channel. Shameless plug is shameless, but we'll talk about the manga, and this is the I'm basically gonna talk about like the first two mangas. Basically the first series, and because I literally have those four volumes, and I would say Chain of Memories because I literally read Chain of Memories. We're doing both, okay? Doing both way before the series got complicated, quote unquote, because yeah, that's the only thing about that was like time travel. That was confusing and Dream Drop Distance and the whole nobody situation. But again, game retrospective. We're talking about the manga. And okay, just like Disgaea, the Kingdom Hearts manga basically follows the story of the games, which the original being them telling the original story of the first game with Sora's the main character, him living in Destiny Islands with Riku and Kairi, them building the raft to go to different worlds. But the thing with Kingdom Hearts, and it's probably show some pictures up here, but the thing with the manga version was that it took it's really lighthearted compared to like if you actually played the game, you would like see the difference. Like Kingdom Hearts is like a light series, like basically, well, the first one was. It was like a, going to an experience like a new world, a new experience, meeting up with new friends and whatnot, and friendship and all that, and it got like deep, And here it was just played for laughs, like a lot of moments. And like with Sora, there was just one moment with the raft where like like in the actual game how it is, and the like when storm hits, and in this Sora was basically deciding what all he was gonna bring during that time, like his favorite beach ball and whatnot, and then like when he met up with Sid, that was hilarious, and him meeting up with Donald and Goofy with the whole this gummy with the whole the gummy ship runs on smiles thing, and Sora had this ridiculous ass face, and it was it was this is what this series basically did. It just really played on laughs. It was it didn't take itself like that serious like the game did, and I found that enjoyable because basically if you haven't played the game, like Sora is basically your that one character who's always eager like to make a friend or whatnot, and he's that guy that you wish he's like so light and happy go lucky. He's like one of those characters you think you would hate and you would be right and hate it, but you just because of how happy they are and how they see like the best in like everything and what everything has to offer, but you just can't. I admit like Sora's somebody I just can't hate, and then you got Donald then Goofy who basically plays like who are just like how they are and the actual Disney media. Donald being a hothead and a smart like Sora most of the time. Well, in the games he did it when Sora was learning magic, and he said he probably knew more than Donald. He was as good as Donald, and Goofy being like the voice of reason in the group, and him just being his namesake. And as far as the other Disney villains go and Disney characters, they basically are like more or less the same, and they just them have like more comedic side to them, like how Hades got beat in this version, and speaking of villains, like they basically this basically the manga for the first series is basically Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories, because a lot of key worlds got cut off, like they just weren't. It was basically like Chain of Memories, except some worlds didn't come. Like the worlds that didn't show up in this game in the manga, my bad, was Deep Jungle. Deep Jungle didn't show up, and Halloween Town. Those are two worlds that didn't show up. Like all the plot central worlds, they stayed, and that was it. So yeah, they basically did that. And as far as the plot went, here's the thing with that was different with Kingdom Hearts was that they basically made it like the main emphasis of the answer reports, which you would get like after certain boss fights were over. That was their main emphasis with the manga. That was them going around the worlds collecting the answer reports, and it was briefly touched upon. Like as soon as the beginning of the game, they like Aerith were talking about it, and she did it again in the manga version, and they basically went around searching for the answer reports, and then they meet up with Ansem, and like at the end, like how it is in the original game, because that didn't change. They basically except Donald and Goofy knew like what happened before, instead of like not happening, because that's a game spoiler. So I'm not gonna. If you played the game, you know what I'm talking about. So, and I'm not trying to be that guy to be like, oh, just play the game and you'll understand it. But you could basically, this is one of those things where you, like, if you really don't want to, if you don't have the access to a game, you could literally just read the manga and basically get the gist of, like, what's happening. Because, and, like, other things was added, like, the whole thing with Kairi, the applied clips with Kairi, that was because they showed it off screen and it was applied. And I bet especially love when again the scene that happened in Hollow Bastion, no spoilers there, and with what happened with Sora there, that was hilarious when when Donald asks like how can you tell, and Kairi's answer, because she knew immediately in the game what happened, and Donald was basically questioned her on that. And them poking fun as how the Hollow Bastion crew were basically poking fun at Sora for how he was interacting with Cyborg Kyrie. They just had these like smug faces and whatnot. And it's probably gonna put a picture up here because why the hell not? But yeah, that's the gist of it. It basically kept to the source, but added like a couple different things and added like comedic effect to it, and I enjoyed it because I love Kingdom Hearts. And then we come to Chain of Memories, which yeah, I was a big fan of that when it came out because cards, cards. And this is the whole, oh my god, they've made it to a new system. No, they literally put on a system that I had at the time. I just didn't get the game because cards. And that was weird coming from me who had like Yu-Gi-Oh! On the same goddamn system. But I got to replay it with, Chain of Memories and had a fun time there after not playing that game for months and going back to it. I still love you, Larxene. And you too, Marluxia. I don't care what people make fun of you about having the power of flowers, and you're still that underrated villain. Anyway, sorry about that. Memory lane, I guess. But, yeah, this started out the same way it did. Basically, not the same way because they added a little scene with, the beginning with, Sora, Donald, and Goofy at the campfire, and then him meeting up with Marluxia because he was talking about, like, what all happened during their journey, what they're doing now, and then, again, he meet up with Marluxia, and this was what was just made it for me. This entire manga, it was just because the whole comedic effect of the first series literally came like full focus in like the beginning of this when Marluxia's explaining the rules, like how Castle Oblivion works, and you see Donald trying to cast spells, but he's like it's not working. And Marluxia literally said to lose is to find, and the find is to lose. That's the rules of Castle Oblivion. And then Sora, being Sora, he was like, wait a minute, like, does that mean like my dodge roll is not regular roll? And Marluxia's like, I don't even care. And then he repeats the line again, like, to lose is to find, the find is to lose. That's the rule of Castle Oblivion. And Sora and them make fun of him, like he said it again, like it must be his favorite line. And then even after Sora and Donald and Goofy they left, he said it again, and he just like, I said it again. Even Marluxia came out with it. And then the introduction to like the other members, that was even more hilarious because Marluxia's entrance was over the top as hell, and everybody was just staring at him. Axel and Larxene was just staring at him, and yeah, it has moments. It really did, and just like the basic crew, like they, especially Vexen. Oh, Vexen. That was... again, they did the same thing. It basically played out like how Chain of Memories played out with just more comedic effect. Because Sora was getting upset that everybody was forgetting him. And it was just hilarious. And as far as I can say, the only things that changed were, I guess, the characters of it. It's been real long since because I had the volume for the first one, but I ended up like reading like the second volume online, even though I could have got the second volume. Young struggles, just young me struggles, like, ugh. But just okay. Try not to spoil anything, but two two instances where it changed from the game. Like it doesn't follow the game at all. Um, One with Marluxia and one with Larxene. With those all I can say. And I say Vexen. Vexen was another added thing. It was weird. Compromising this was weird too. It's really weird. Especially how they handle rebirth, reverse, like reverse rebirth, reverse rebirth. Yeah, and that's Riku's story. But yeah, they basically did that like side to side with Sora. So yeah, that was just weird, really weird. But yeah, I like these. Like these art style. If you haven't, you couldn't tell by now, is really good. Really good art style, and I don't even need to say anything about character interaction. You can probably see from these few panels I have up, like how the characters interact with each other. But yeah, that's and story is basically it's basically a bridge Kingdom Hearts. So if you don't have the means to get the game, you can just read these and basically feel well informed of like what everybody's getting their so excited about. So like I don't know if because I haven't read the mangas for 2 and like I did read some of Days though. Days was just hilarious with them taking. Especially with I think that was a one shot. It might have been like the first chapter, but when with them doing them having a break and just I think it was like Roxas and Shion and Kotatsu and Shion just reading books and just had like her legs kicking there. I think it was like a light moment because the organization was like really light in that. So and if you play the game, you know how they are. So yeah, it was fun seeing them in a different light for once. But yeah, these are like shorter ways to get in like the series if you can't get into like the actual games, and I highly recommend them. Like you can find them online, or you could be like you can find them physically. I think Tokyo Pop made them. I don't know if you could find them physically because that was a very long time ago. Very long time ago. And yeah, that's the gist of it. And also, I highly recommend you play the game because games are good, have good stories and morals, gameplay. Because unlike these other fucking series who refuse to change, at least Kingdom Hearts, the battle system always changes with each game, so you're never left out of the dry or whatnot, and it doesn't get too repetitive. Like I could actually say that with a straight face, it does get too repetitive. And like if you have PS3, you're in luck with Kingdom Hearts 1.5 and 2.5, which basically has both games in them. Like 1.5 having one like Kingdom Hearts Final Mix, Chain of Memories, 358 over 2 days. It's a movie. 2.5 have Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix, Birth by Sleep Final Mix, and Recoded. So, which is also a movie. But again, retrospective for those if you want a full detailed view on that. So yeah, another shameless plug-in for my channel. So gonna end the video here. Thanks you guys for watching and making it this far. And if you like the new style, because I really planned on doing like I was debating putting like manga pictures back in my videos because that kind of defeats the purpose of like being like, hey, check this manga out, and here I am like showing like parts of the manga and kind of like ruining the experience, instead of just the cover. But I don't take any feedback on that because this is something I'm trying to see if it works, because I'm not like, I know the cover could cover it, but I at least want to do like parts of chapter 1 and like a said manga series, so you could get like the gist of it if you were interested, or at least some random picture from the manga that you can, that doesn't have like an impact to it, and you could just like find it like eventually and be like, oh, this is where you got it from in this chapter. So yeah, so yay for experimenting, because why the hell not? But what's your thoughts on the Kingdom Hearts manga or the Kingdom Hearts series? Answer in the comments. Favorite character? Mine is Riku all day, baby. Riku all day. Most redeemable hero ever. Him and Terra. Except what happened with Terra, so can't say anything about that. But female characters, Aqua Larxene. Aqua Larxene all day. And Xion. 3. There you go, 3. Yeah. Social media is on my channel, but I could say that again. God, that was weird not being able to say that for the last video. You don't know how weird and empty I felt not being able to say that, because my social media isn't on my channel banner for Red Anti-Hero Gaming. 3rd, shameless plug-in. Yeah. Follow me on Twitter, because weird people follow me on Twitter. Kid you not, like, and they like my stuff. A freaking thing for Dark Souls. Literally liked a video of Lily Pichu's experience of freaking Dark Souls. Also check out Lily Pichu. Channel shout out, because she has an adorable voice. And she does leak videos, but still adorable voice. AskFM, because I'm getting tired of saying how lonely I am, because you can ask me like questions on there that you're not gonna see a video of me answer questions. That's just not gonna happen, like, at all. Just no. Just stop it right now. No, it's not happening. But again, keep it classy, guys, and yay again for experimenting, and see you next time for Zero's Retrospective and the first episode for Game Retrospective on Randolph Him or Get 4. There we go. 4. Made my quota. 4. Get it? Because it's the 24th. I'm just gonna stop now.